All right, let's talk about meditation. Specifically, why something that looks so simple, just sitting still, can sometimes feel like an absolute battle. We're going to get into why that happens and how a tiny shift in your mindset can change, well, everything.
So, have you ever had this happen? You sit down, you're ready for some peace and quiet, and instead, it feels like you've just walked into a wrestling match with your own brain? If you've ever felt fidgety or suddenly sleepy or just totally frustrated, trust me, you are not alone.
Yeah, these are the big ones, right? The monkey mind that just won't shut up, nodding off a few minutes in, that sudden urge to scratch an itch or shift around, and of course, that little voice that says, you're failing at this. But here's the thing. These are not signs you're doing it wrong. This is literally part of the process. It's what the mind does. So to figure out what's really going on, we have to kind of peek under the hood at your mind's default operating system, the hidden programming that's running the show in the background. Okay, so first up is this really interesting concept called prarabdha. Now, the simplest way to think about it is, it's the stuff in your life you can't change. It's the circumstances you were born into, the events that have already happened. The metaphor here is perfect. It's like an arrow that has already left the bow. Its path is set. You can't reach out and grab it. It just is. Now, the other side of this coin is something called sanskaras, and this is where things get really exciting. If prarabdha is the situation, sanskaras are your internal programming, your mental habits, your deep-seated patterns for how you react to that situation. And here's the key, the most important part. Unlike that arrow, your sanskaras can absolutely be changed. You can rewrite the code. So let's just let this sink in, because this distinction is everything. Prarabdha is the hand of cards you've been dealt in life. It's fixed. You can't change it. But your sanskaras? That's how you decide to play the hand. And that you have complete control over. Your power isn't in changing the world outside. It's in changing your world inside. So once you really get that, it leads to this huge aha moment, especially in meditation. It's the realization that there's a difference between you, the one who's watching, and all the stuff you're watching. I love this metaphor. It just makes it so clear. Think about it. You aren't your thoughts. You aren't your feelings, or that itch on your foot, or that sudden wave of sleepiness. Those are all just birds flying through the sky. You are the vast, open, stable sky itself. The sky doesn't get upset about the birds, it just lets them pass. And here is the secret that can change your whole practice. That space, that little gap between you, the observer, and your thoughts, the observed, is already peaceful. You don't have to create peace. You don't have to fight for it. It's already there. It's the nature of your awareness. You just have to notice it. And that is observer consciousness. It's that profound click when you realize you aren't the drama, you aren't the wandering thoughts, you aren't the emotions. You are the silent, steady awareness that's just watching it all happen. And when you get that, meditation stops being a struggle and starts being, well, just an observation. Okay, so that's the big idea, the why. But how do we actually put this into practice when we're sitting there and the mind is going a mile a minute? Well, let's look at a really practical tool, like a compass you can use in the moment. It's an acronym called POISE, a super simple 5-step guide. First, P is for presence. Just notice. Notice your posture, notice what your mind is doing, and do it without any judgment. Just, okay, that's what's happening. O is for observer. This is where you remember I am the sky, those are just the birds. You create that little bit of distance. I is for investigate. Just watch the flow. See the thoughts come and go without grabbing onto them. S is for space. Start to notice that quiet gap between you and the thoughts. Acknowledge that it's there, that it's peaceful. And finally, E is for embody. Just rest in that awareness. Let yourself settle into that peaceful space. You could even use a simple mantra like Om Shanti to help you anchor there. And what all of this does is it brings everything together. You see, the point of meditation was never to empty your mind. That's impossible. The real point is to get back your power to choose how you respond to whatever your mind is doing. This quote really says it all, doesn't it? Your circumstances, your prarabdha, are what they are. But your power, your freedom, your entire sense of agency in life, it lives in that tiny space where you get to choose your response. So every time you practice something like the poise method, you're building a muscle. You're training yourself to move from a knee-jerk, unconscious reaction to a calm, conscious response. You're not stopping the birds from flying. You're just getting really, really good at remembering that you are the sky. So, we'll just leave you with this thought. The cards you're dealt might be fixed, but the game, the real game, is all about how you choose to play them. So, how will you choose to respond?